What's up? I'm Ozzy. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Aesthetic Ozzy. Lost 100 pounds twice. Second time, I got much leaner and got in the best shape of my life. Got visible abs and everything, and have kept it going ever since. Today, I wanted to talk about why motivation, at least when it comes to fitness, fat loss, and your overall fitness journey, is kind of just overrated. Oh, and before we get too deep into it, I'm a big believer that if you're not in shape, then you're not your best self. And if you're not your best self, it's impossible for you to live your best life, especially as a guy. So, if you want to work with me one on one to get in shape, unlock your best self, and unlock your best life, links in the description, and it's also going to be in my channel bio, or you could just comment or DM the word lean to me on Instagram or TikTok, but let's be real, I'm more active on Instagram. I also put like stories and stuff every day, just interact, answer questions, so on and so forth. Oh, and that'll also be in the channel bio, but also in like my description. It's aesthetic underscore o dot z. Just comment or DM me the word lean, and we'll get you aesthetic with me. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about why motivation's kind of overrated. I mean, look, is it a good initial spark? Yes. But something I see pretty commonly, like, all right, I know you guys have seen a lot of people join the gym in January, and then they're gone by like the second week of the month, or by the time February comes around, or whatever, right? Yeah, motivation may be at a all-time high, but it's like a common mistake I see people make with this is like I've mentioned this in other videos, right? And this is even just with the fitness journey or fat loss. This is just like with anything that requires delaying gratification. From what I've seen, experienced, and just what I believe, most fulfilling life goals are behind delayed gratification. Like usually things behind delayed gratification, whether it's getting in better shape or getting your money up or whatever, they're things that will improve, that just have much higher return on investment and will improve like your overall life or your overall standard of living, right? And when it comes to trying to pursue things behind delayed gratification or like real life goals or things that matter much more in the bigger picture, consistency matters the most. That doesn't mean intensity doesn't matter, but what a lot of people do is that they increase intensity, never increase intensity at the price of your consistency, right? Think of your consistency as a muscle you build with anything, whether it's even, for example, with content, right? If I'm not even used to putting out one post a day and then for like a month or try to put out five, I'm much more likely to burn out and then just give up on the process overall. Versus if I build that consistency muscle for some time, say for that first month, okay, I put out one post a day. Okay, I've built the muscle to where I could do that consistently without too much headache. Okay, now let's try to up it to two posts a day. So I'm not saying never increase intensity as needed for the desired goal or result, but never do it when it's at the cost of consistency. All right. And also, another reason I just want to talk about this because I see it all the time. I'm not saying that discipline doesn't matter or that like willpower shouldn't play a role, but like a lot of people, they make their entire system willpower. And to be honest, that's just not a smart way to do things. Better way to do things and how I go about it is you want to try and make your environment work in your favor as much as possible. So if you're living on your own or you have much more control over your environment, don't even buy the junk food or the BS to begin with. Try to set things up in a way that makes things easy for you to be consistent with your workouts. And that can look different for different lifestyles. That's something I help with figuring out as well. Like for me, it made it just much easier to I just like most of a good chunk of the gains I made was just from using my apartment gym, right? Granted, I will say I have the nicest apartment gym I've seen. I'm sure some of you have nicer ones out there, whatever. But you get the point I'm trying to make, right? Makes it easier for me to show up consistently because just I just gotta go downstairs versus go across town, deal with traffic, whatever, right? Like it makes that like it reduces that barrier between idea and execution for me. And not just that, let's even say you're in a situation where you're living at home or you're living with your parents or whatever, right? Like, you can still worry more about the factors that you can control. So you can control having options like lower calorie, high protein options, food wise, easily available. You can control if you show up for your workouts. You can, just do things to make that consistency as easy as possible to like reduce that barrier to it. Yeah. But and again, that's not to say discipline, motivation, willpower don't have a role to play. They do, but even those, they're muscles you build, really. Like, like the more you exercise it, the more you use it, the stronger it gets, and the better your ability to apply those things. And that's not just in fitness; that's across the board in life, right? But like, if you like, I put it to you like this: your discipline or your willpower muscle, and really not just for fat loss and fitness, but just for life in general, it's usually better to put systems in place, right? To make adherence to what you're trying to accomplish or do as easy as possible, or to remove as much friction as possible with how you set things up, whether that's meal prepping when the week starts, so that when you do, instead of waiting till you're hungry, which is what most people do, to then make a food decision, because you're multiple times more likely to make a horrible food decision when you're hungry. Like, think about it for 2 seconds. That's literally your mentally weakest state to make that specific decision. So there's that as well. But you want to kind of like make your environment work in your favor, have systems in place. Be like, okay, reduce decision fatigue as much as possible. I already have my meal ready for this time of the day. Cool, I'll just grab that when it's time. Okay, I have this workout this time of the day because this is what works the easiest with my schedule. Um, for me, it's just, I just go downstairs, I hit this workout. Okay, and you want your discipline and willpower. You want to get your system and preferably your environment, but like your consistent way of doing things. And I guess I've gotten pretty good at not just doing this for myself, but doing this with others as well. Like, pretty much no matter your lifestyle, if you actually, I can get anyone in shape, regardless of their lifestyle, if they actually listen to me and execute. And I can help them do it in a way that doesn't make them hate life, right? But a lot of it, this is pretty much a core part of a lot of how I do it, right? You don't want your discipline and your willpower to be the core of what you're depending on. You want that to be there for the days when life happens. Because no matter how much systems you put in place, no matter how much you plan, it's just kind of the nature of life that sometimes things won't go according to plan. You meal prep and then you spill that meal prep on accident in the parking lot. That's when you want to have to tap into your discipline and willpower. Okay, let me still make a good nutritional decision for my fitness goals, for my health, for what I'm trying to do. And even if it's unlocking aesthetics and getting lean, you know. But in all seriousness, yeah, that's pretty much what it's about. Like, you want that there for when the unexpected happens. And no matter who you are, life tends to throw that at you every now and then. Like I said, your meal prep spills in the parking lot, right? Or you get popcorn and have to do an extra shift or have to stay after your shift at work that day. Okay, maybe you do the workout an hour later than you would have planned. That taps into discipline and willpower because it's off plan, but you're like, no, I'm still gonna make this happen. Or if you know that that's gonna happen, you go maybe earlier in the day. That kind of thing, and then you adjust your systems accordingly if it's a recurring thing. But you don't want your discipline and your willpower to be just the raw, to be just like the raw method of how you're going about it. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I feel like that's one of the biggest reasons a lot of people just fall off when it comes to their fitness journey, right? Or when it comes to, and not even just fitness, this applies to like every area of life. Whenever they're trying to make big goals happen, like whenever somebody says they'll start Monday, or whenever somebody says, oh, I have this, you know, I'll start working on my business on Monday. I'll start working on content when I have the right camera or whatever. Just And the ironic part is, like, to do what I'm talking about, you kind of have to be proactive, or I like calling it acting on life before life acts on you, which ironically works that discipline muscle and that willpower muscle anyways, but you're not just directly using it. You don't want to let things come down to the wire, perhaps, or just let that be your only way of doing things. Like, yeah, yeah, that's pretty much the core of it. You don't want like that motivation, because at that point you're just relying on your emotional state as the only thing that's going to dictate whether you adhere to the goal or not. And emotions are fleeting. I don't think I need to tell anybody this, but more like just a reminder. Emotions are fleeting, right? Like I talk about a lot of this fitness journey being going from like an instant gratification mindset to a delayed gratification mindset. Yeah, in the moment, it might feel good to just listen to your emotions or how you feel. Oh, I'm gonna skip this workout today. I'm gonna go eat, I don't know, crumble cookie or whatever today, or I'm not gonna track my food today, right? In the moment, that feels good, it's convenient and easy, but then the big picture and long term, you're gonna end up regretting it. You're not gonna, if anything, you're not only not gonna be closer to your goal, you're more likely than not gonna be further from your goal. And again, this isn't just fitness, this is across the board with life. So yeah, I felt like you guys could get a lot of value from this. But like I said, yeah, don't let motivation and like your feelings be, don't just rely on just that. That's fine to start, but then if you're someone that wants to actually hit your goal, it's best to not just only rely on that, because like you live long enough, you see your emotions can lie to you and will lead you astray if you just give in to them without thinking beyond the moment. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about today. But I mentioned it earlier in the video, I'll mention it again. I'm a big believer that if you're not in shape, then you're not your best self, and if you're not your best self, it's impossible for you to live your best life, especially as a guy. So if you want to work with me one-on-one to unlock your best self and unlock your best life, links in the description. It's also going to be in my channel bio. You can just comment or DM me the word lean at aesthetic_o.z on Instagram or TikTok, but I'm much more reachable on Instagram, to be honest. But yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. Other than that, have a blessed day.